Did you push play?
Oh, I thought you were gonna push play.
Okay.
I push play.
I pushed
Oh,
play.
you just push pause.
All right. So last week we were all graced with, wait, was that last week? We were all graced with Those Who Wish Me Dead. Written and directed by Taylor Sheridan, who just loves tragedy.
For real. In the worst possible way. What a monster.
Loves tragedy. But he's good at it. He's definitely good at it. He's gifted in that. So yeah, Those Who Wish Me Dead was supposed to go to, it did go to a dual release, simultaneous release in theaters and on HBO Max. HBO, or is it just, I think it's just HBO Max. I enjoyed it. It was really awesome to see Nicholas Hoult as a full-blown baddie, like
Who gave no fucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty neat. Should we talk about the story, like what the actual story was?
Yeah, I really wish I would have known kind of sort of what was going on. Like I would want to know what was going on with Tyler Perry's character. Like and they always say that kind of stuff doesn't really matter, but I like knowing that stuff. Like I like knowing who's behind it, why they did it. I like those kinds of things. So I wanted to see what was going on at the beginning.
Yeah. So well, from what we saw, Jake Weber's character, which was Owen Casserly, was a forensic accountant. And he did some digging and found out some things about a company, I'm assuming, or a specific person, and that entity did not want that information getting out. So they hired Tyler Perry's character, Arthur Phillip, to basically fix the situation. And by fixing, it was murder. Yeah. So the pair that were on the killing spree in the film were, as we mentioned, Nicholas Hoult and Aidan Gillen. I guess they were both playing. Oh wow! So here they're listed with the same last name.
They were brothers.
They were brothers.
Yeah,
bro, I did not get that at all. Did they say it? I missed it. I must have missed it.
So, but I think you can just kind of tell because you knew they were close, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, but
I guess it would be like if you and I decided to become mercenaries.
I would be Nicholas Hoult, obviously. He was great.
Word. Yeah, so Angelina Jolie stumbles across, or Angelina Jolie's character, which is Hannah Faber, her father, stumbles across the son of Owen Casserly, who's running away from his recently murdered father, with the information, that his father collected from the entity. And basically the kid's just trying to survive the night. And it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely sad that they were like intentionally trying to kill a child. But because they didn't know if he knew anything, but like they were just gonna kill him anyway.
Right.
The wildfires were a very interesting part of it. Of course, it was like that goes with all the, the really bad wildfires we were having in California. What was that, last year? So that kind of uh showed that we saw how terrible it was on TV, but we
Right.
were nowhere near there. But it was interesting to see it from their point of view. And the fire jumpers, I didn't know that was a real thing. So that was really cool. Not
Yeah.
like not like fire is cool, people dying is cool, but
Right. But knowing
uh
that they're
military strategy for, evacuation and,
mhm,
other stuff is really cool.
mhm.
Um yeah. I didn't really get the gist that Angelina Jolie and John Bernthal used to be a thing. So I'm assuming that they were a thing, and then the death of the kids, so it caused them to break up.
I don't think so. I think they were
Or
overwhelmed for that because it seemed
okay.
like the death of the kids was fairly recent.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I didn't know. It was hard to tell how, like, the time framing of
It
all that.
seemed like they maybe were college sweethearts
Mm,
or something. It was something. I mean, there was history there, but I think at that point it was just, almost an old friend in the sense. Yeah. Um, yeah. John Bernthal, Ethan Sawyer.
he's always great. John Bernthal, like,
Yeah. He's
always, always the best.
yeah, he's one of those people that needs to get one of those Twitter posts who always understands the assignment. There it is, understanding
And
the
as much as, and he's kind of semi typecast too. Like,
You think so?
I mean, he plays the one who's like devoted to family but will murder you in an instant. So I think, I mean, just thinking about Walking Dead, which I never really saw after season one, so who knows how that ends. Um, and of course, he was Frank Castle. So, and why did he go crazy?
Um,
Yeah,
well, I mean, he did have a different role in Wind River. He was just kind of,
yeah, but they murdered him, didn't they?
yeah.
So,
Let him survive in your movies. I'm just kidding. Just
yeah.
kidding. No, it's cool. No, he did a great job. Yeah, and that little boy, Finn Little, he was the one that played the son Connor. He did a great job. I definitely love the interaction between him and Angelina Jolie's characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I obviously as soon as she saw him, it was that almost instantaneous like redemption. Like I can do this. I can save this kid. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the previous loss pushed her that much further to do right by that kid and to make sure that he was kept safe and that his story got out. Mhm. Mhm. I'm not gonna lie, when they first showed the people in the forest fire at the beginning, I didn't realize it was three little boys. I thought it was a father, son, and mother, or a father, son, and mother. I didn't realize it was three little boys until later on. I
Oh,
guess it was just something I didn't see clearly for myself.
yeah.
Mm. And that they're yeah, just again, their back and forth was really sweet, and I liked the part where um she's like, I forget what she said, and he's like, I had to watch my mom die of cancer or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's impossible to feel sad around you. And then she said, like, she called him Buddy or something. And he's like, my dad used to call me Buddy. And she's like, oh my God, I can't win.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to Ethan Sawyer's partner, sidekick, savior, mother of his child, um, knight and shine princess, queen in shining armor. There we go.
Yes.
Medina Sangor. I hope I'm saying her name right. that woman, to me, is probably one of the most well-written Black female characters outside of it being like a comic book narrative or, like or something that's race swapped. She fit the role perfectly. And I think going into those types of films, as someone who, we recognize what we see in the films, and that unfortunately people of color tend to be victimized or killed off early on. And when they showed up, at the house, I was like,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna kill this woman and her baby.
Yeah. And when they first got to her house, I think I had that same feeling I felt when the cop car showed up at the end of Get Out, before you realized it was Lil Rel getting out of the car. Yeah. So, but she handled that, and I think she probably had most of the best scenes in the movie. Her character is putting in work, and and also it inspired me per se to learn some survival training. I don't know how you felt about it, but I'm like, I should probably get a horse and get a shotgun.
It's makes lessons.
Yeah. I mean,
sure, where you are, there's tons.
Yeah, but she did a fantastic job. I could easily see Tyler Perry's character hiring her after everything is said and done. We're gonna need replacement contractors.
Yeah, but I don't think she worked for the man who hired men to kill her husband and her child. And
absolutely not.
Maybe I'd have to read the book to figure out what the what the backstory is, because I feel like they probably glimpsed over it to
I mean,
pick over the story just to save some more like money and places for like the fire scenes and the
right. And I think there is enough intrigue there with his character to even do like maybe a sequel, probably something with a completely different setting, but maybe just another job that he's taken on where he needs to hire somebody to cover up something else,
cover up more mistakes.
Yeah. All right, was there anything else? I mean, I really enjoyed the movie. That's another one that I would have loved to have seen in theaters, but I ended up watching it on at home. But luckily we have a large TV there. So anything else you want to add? Probably the first, or at least I think I read somewhere that it was the first like sort of action role for Angelina Jolie since Salt. And I really loved Salt, and I think there should have been a sequel to Salt.
Salt too.
Yeah.
I almost always forget about it, and that sounds really bad, but I really enjoyed that movie.
It's a good movie. Could have been called Salted. Salt and pepper. You've just been salted.
It's just been revoked.
All right, well, that's about it. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna be back with something else later on. Stay tuned. We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. Stereo a little.
You could probably stereo right now.
We could probably stereo right now.
We could do both at the same time.
We could do both at the same time. Ideas.
I know, but they'd be an echo.
It would be an echo. Not if we just muted ourselves on the video and then just talk through the stereo. Oh yeah. Wait, how would that work? Yeah, you're right. We'll figure it out, guys. We'll figure it out. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.